Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. I wanted this one to be super personal, chill, relaxed. So I'm literally sitting on the floor in the middle of my apartment and we are just going to talk basically like we're on FaceTime. I want this to be super special. So I put a question box on my Instagram a few days ago asking you guys to ask me some questions. I did a girl advice probably a few months ago and you guys loved that video. You guys loved hearing my advice and I felt like we needed another one. I've gone through a lot in the past month, so we needed another one to kind of catch up on things and just talk about life, you know? We need it. So anyway, before I get into this video, I wanted to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I thought this would be a perfect video to introduce you guys to BetterHelp because I'm going to just be giving you guys advice on things that kind of go around the topic or go around what BetterHelp does. So BetterHelp is an online therapist and I have had a therapist probably like, I got my first therapist. I think I got my first therapist when I was in 6th grade or even younger. I might have been in like 4th grade, but I've been going to therapy my whole entire life. And then when I moved to Boston, obviously I can't drive all the way to the Cape, which is like an hour and 30 outside of Boston, to go to my therapist, so I had to find a new one. And I was searching for a while, called so many different therapists and tried to set up anything with them. For literally a year straight, I tried to find one. Couldn't find one. None of them were able to take me. None of them were like available. And then COVID hit and obviously everything was remote. And I like going through quarantine and not having someone to talk to was really hard at first. But then I actually found out about BetterHelp and it's a therapist online. So it's an online service and you get therapy. I really like that it is online for me because then I don't have to go to a therapist's office. You can have weekly video sessions, phone sessions. You can even text them, like message them. And I thought that that was super convenient because messaging your therapist at any given moment or just for one of your meetings is great, because I know for me, there's some weeks where I don't necessarily need to, well, I feel like I don't need to have a meeting, but I still like talking to them. So say I don't want to sit down and do like face-to-face, I can just text them quick, things like that. But if you don't have a therapist and you don't think you need a therapist, personally, I think therapy is great for everyone, no matter what you're going through. Even if you think that your life is great and you're going through like nothing and you have no issues and life is just smooth rolling, it's good to have someone to talk to that's not your family, not your friends, so that it's just something new and you can really tell them anything with no judgment, which I love about counseling. And it is also way more affordable than traditional offline counseling. Another great thing is that financial aid is also available. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can visit betterhelp.com/Emma. You guys get 10% off your first month. They have a 15,000 plus counselor network. It's so easy to find a counselor for you through BetterHelp because, like I said, for me, it was so hard to find one in the city of Boston. I feel like so many people, A, want a counselor, or B, it's hard to find one that you genuinely vibe with. And so this gives you so many different options. You can out whoever you want and you get one literally within 48 hours, which is so quick. I like wish I knew about this in high school because I think I went through 5 different counselors in high school because there were some that I didn't really vibe well with. There's some that just didn't help. And then I finally found one that I actually really liked, but then obviously moved away, so I had to find a new one, which sucked. But yeah, I just really love counseling. It helps me so much, and I especially struggle with different things mentally and emotionally, and it's just great to get it off your chest and talk to someone else. That is one thing I wanted to cover before I got into this video. Not even that it's like a sponsorship, but also I get so many questions from you guys on how I deal with things and if I have any advice on anything to do with mental health, and this is just something that I really am so big on, and I believe completely in counseling and therapy. And if you guys have a therapist or a counselor and you guys know what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below, just like encouraging someone to maybe try to find one and tell them like how it's helped you or how it's benefited you. I've learned so many different things from counselors through BetterHelp. Like, I talk about how I have anxiety, and sometimes if I'm having a panic attack, it's hard to calm yourself down. It really is. But they give me little tactics that I can do that can kind of prevent panic attacks, help that happen. Different breathing techniques, different things that you can do, different grounding exercises. Let's get into the rest of the Q&A. So that was gonna cover all of the mental health things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, because I got so many questions on that, and I always get questions on mental health in all my videos, and I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you guys try out BetterHelp because it's helped me, and I wanted to be able to help you. So I have my phone right here, and I'm gonna be looking at all of the questions on my Instagram. Next question, advice on body confidence, accepting weight gain. So I have a lot to say on this actually. I gained a little bit of weight, mostly muscle, but when I was a senior in high school, I was really skinny towards the end of my senior year. And I didn't notice how bad it was until I now look back and I was like, oh my God, like that's so scary. And sometimes I think and I'm like, wait, I've gained so much weight since my senior year. But really it's just like healthy weight that I needed to gain. Something that I do to deal with it is I, one, realize that I'm much healthier than I used to be. I, two, realize that it gave me things like a bigger butt and like bigger boobs. Not like it matters, but I do have a little bit of extra there. And I just try my hardest to find new things that I love about myself. I have so many more stretch marks than normal, well, than I used to have. I have so much more like cellulite on like my legs or my butt, and it's just part of life. And you're made a certain way, and that's just who you are, you know? Like, it makes you you. It makes you different from other people. It makes you literally you. And I just think that the human body and the way that everyone looks so different is, I don't know, it's so cool to me that everyone has like a different body type and that no one person looks the same. And another thing that helps is it's way easier said than done, but don't compare yourself to others. Everybody is different. Everyone carries weight differently. So say someone's like, I don't know, 130, but you're 130 and you have a little bit of extra curves, but that other person is like 130 and they're very lean. Everyone holds it differently. And it's just like, you're you, and it's what makes you you. And you're special and you're beautiful no matter what. Like, literally no matter what. So don't bring yourself down, because at the end of the day, when you are a grandma and you are looking back on life, thinking about all the great memories from your childhood, you're not gonna be like, oh my goodness, when I was, for example, 19 years old, or when I was 18 years old, like, you're not gonna look back and be like, oh, you were so big. Like, I was so big when I was 18 years old. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna look back and be like, when I was 18 years old, I just graduated high school. I had so many great friends. It was the summer going into my first year of college. Like, we were having so much fun. We were so carefree. My friends and I woke up at 8 a.m. every morning and went to the beach. Like, you're not gonna think about your weight. You're not gonna think about how you felt. You're gonna think about all the happy memories. So why not just live life and make all those happy memories instead of thinking about these little things and getting so fascinated on what you're eating or like how you look, because that's not gonna matter when you're older. All that's gonna matter is the memories that you made. You know, like, that's something that I even need to take on sometimes too. This is another question I get a lot. It's not really girl advice, but financial advice. I have financial advisors. I've been working with them since 2018, and They help me with saving money, investing my money, all types of stuff like that. So I would recommend to getting into that type of stuff early, and if you're able to hire people to do it for you, that helps tremendously. I did take an economics class in high school, so I could literally do it myself since I know exactly everything that it is, but it's just so easy to have people help you and do it for you, basically. But yeah, financial stuff, save your money. Put money away and put money away in savings. I know every single month my financial people take a chunk of money out of my bank account. I literally don't even see it. Like, they just take it out and it just kind of like goes right over my head, and they put it into savings. So it sets up savings for retirement when I'm older, things like that. It's really good to start young. I started when I was like 17, 18. So to be honest, this laser hair removal hurt. It hurts like, you guys, it hurts so bad. But when I'm getting it done, I'm like, beauty is duty. Like, beauty is freaking duty. I am never gonna have to shave again. Honestly, shaving is worse than laser removal because I used to get the worst razor burn. I used to get such bad, just like ingrown hairs. Oh my God, it was awful. I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine shaving. I would have to shave daily. Like in the summer, I was shaving every single day, which is so bad because it would make your skin like raw. Oh my God, awful. I don't even, I eat up the pain and I just deal with it, but it hurt. I sweat during my sessions. Like, it gets worse. I feel like the first time hurts because you're not used to it, and then it gets kind of easy, but then towards the end, the voltage, I think it is, on the laser is really high, so you're like, ow. Advice when the guy you're texting isn't texting back for no apparent reason. Communication is key. Just be like, yo, what's up? Why aren't you answering me? Be like, you used to answer me, but you're not anymore. I feel like I see so many TikToks of like people being like, play the game back, or like, don't answer them if they're not answering you. All of that is bullshit. Like, I hate this whole like game stuff that people play. I am not the type to play games. If I'm straight up like someone, I straight up and I'm honest with them. I'm like, I like you, this is that. Don't play games because it's dumb and it wastes my time. So don't play games because it's gonna waste your time. Just be honest with the person and be like, it really hurts me that you don't talk to me like you used to. And if you don't like me, then be straight up, you know? So, because then it will be easier for you to get over them and move on. But yeah, communicate, be honest, ask, and tell them how you feel. Maybe they're confused on how you feel about them. So you never know, because that does happen sometimes. A guy asked, hitting girls up via Instagram DM, bad idea or good idea? I mean, good idea, shoot your shot. Girls, if you want to hit up a guy via Instagram DMs, shoot your shot. I feel like not many girls shoot their shots, but sometimes a guy is like too intimidated. What I learned about guys is that guys are really intimidated by very strong-willed girls and girls that have their shit together. So sometimes they'll see you and see that you are a bad bitch and be scared to reach out to you. So maybe you need to take the first step and reach out to them. I've done that a few times, honestly, and it's worked out. And those people that I've like reached out to, we've had big relationships. So yeah, shoot your shot if you're a girl or if you're a guy, because you got nothing to lose. If they don't want anything to do with you, then there's your answer, and then you just move on. How to support someone who battles mental health while keeping boundaries? I think to support someone with mental health but also keep your boundaries, you should make sure they know that you are there to talk, and don't pressure them into talking about anything. But also, if it gets really bad, make sure that they're seeking help or they have other options, but just be there for them. But don't be too, what's the word? Don't be too like helicopter parent, you know? Don't be like, are you good? But just make sure you're like there for them. And don't, I don't know, like not necessarily like don't keep their mind off of it, but also just like when you're with them, make sure that you're just like doing fun, carefree things instead of just like being like, are you okay? Like, let's talk. No, just like let them be, but be there for them, you know? I don't know if that helps, but it keeps the boundary without you being too pressuring. Because I know for me, when I'm going through a lot, I don't necessarily like talking about it unless I'm like ready and want to. So I just like when my friends are there for me and just like hanging out with me and kind of getting my mind off of things. Oh, this one's a good one. Are you scared to move far from home? I'm not that scared to move far away, and I'm not moving far for life. Like, I just really want to be, my plan is, I don't even know yet like when exactly I'm moving. I know I'm shooting for the fall. I looked at an apartment in the past, like I showed you guys when I was going on apartment tours while I was in LA, but I want to be able to spend the summer in Boston and then hopefully around the fall time move out there in LA for the winter and then come back for the summer. So it's kind of like switching back and forth between Boston and LA, Boston summers, LA winters, because winters in Boston I just can't do anymore. I literally can't. Better for my mental health to be one out in LA. But also, although my family's gonna be so far away, it's not like I can't like call and FaceTime them all the time. Because if you think about it, I mean, this is just how I think about it. I really only see my brother and my sister from my family. I mean, obviously I see my family on holidays, which I'll just come back for holidays, but I call my mom every day when I'm in Boston. I don't see her that often. My dad and I don't talk, which is another story. I kind of went over something was really bothering my sister and I a few vlogs ago, and I told you guys that I couldn't really talk about it because it's not something that I should really share online. It's really personal. But my dad and I, like, we just don't talk. So for me, it's just kind of like, it's okay. Like, I'm not like a homebody. Although I am, like, I love home and I love Boston. Boston's always gonna be home, but I'm also, it's gonna be like I'm going to school far away. Getting over someone you've never dated. Oh my God, this is like, hits way too close to home. Getting over someone you've never dated is the weirdest concept ever, because you didn't have like that full official like girlfriend boyfriend label, but you guys were obviously not just friends. And sometimes when you and that person stop talking, it is like a breakup. It's almost as hard as a breakup. Like, it's crazy how things like that happen. You guys are so like emotionally, you have a lot of emotional attachments, and it's hard. At least for me, I get attached emotionally to people. I don't have one night stands literally ever, because I just like people, I don't know, like them too much. So that's just me. And getting over someone that you didn't actually date, I literally don't even know what to say. I'd honestly say just like, what I do is just realize that it just didn't work out, you know? Like, you guys didn't date for a reason. So why waste your time on thinking about someone who you didn't actually even date? Why not move on? There's gonna be someone else out there. You guys aren't talking anymore. You guys are moving or drifting apart from each other for a reason. So maybe try to move on, and maybe at some point in life you guys will be brought back together, but maybe it's just not the right time, you know? You just gotta think about timing, think about everything happens for a reason. Guys are just difficult. Oh my God, these are funny. Are you dating Trevor? Guys, everyone asks me about Trevor. He's one of my good friends. Are you dating anyone? No, not yet. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Okay. What's it like living on your own in your late teens, early 20s? I personally love living on my own. I love my own space. The only person I could really live with is my sister, because her and I are the same person. We understand each other. We clean up after ourselves. We're never dirty. We give each other space. We don't want to do, I mean, we do everything together, but we like do our own thing, you know? But I love living on my own. Some people are different. Some people cannot stand living on their own and they have to live with a roommate. really like my space. I love living on my own. Does it get lonely at times? Maybe, sometimes it does, but I have my friends that can come sleep over, or I can go sleep over their house, or go to my sister's or something like that. So it's like, it's not that bad. I don't mind it at all, really. I love, love, love living alone. Do you use self-tan? I do use self-tan. I use Luxe Unfiltered Body like lotion tan. I actually really like it. I used to use mousse, but putting on mousse just like, I feel like it dries out my skin. Self-tan lotion moisturizes and makes you look tan, so love it. How to stop caring about what other people think, especially in high school. This is a good one because in high school, I feel like for me, I mean, I had a YouTube channel when I was in high school. That was so foreign to where I grew up because it's such a small town. Literally Cape Cod, it's an island in Massachusetts. Like nobody has a YouTube channel there. And in my high school, people were like, what are you doing? There were girls that were so mean to me about it. People would make comments to me about it in school, in the hallway. Girls used to tweet about me and like say shit. And I was like, what? Like, I'm doing something that I love. Why are you making fun of me, you know? But to stop caring about what people think, obviously deep down, no matter what, you're always gonna have that little thought being like, oh my God, I care like what people think. And you're like thinking about it. But honestly, what other people think about you is not a reflection on you. It's a reflection on them. So you just have to think that if they are thinking something about you, they have issues deep down inside of them and nothing is wrong with you. You are perfectly fine. It does not matter what anyone else is saying about you because one, they're not you. It matters what you think of you. Obviously, you want to have a good relationship with yourself and love yourself and work on yourself before you can even think about anything that other people are saying, which you shouldn't to begin with because it's not, like I said, it's not a reflection on you. You're fine. They have things that are going on deep inside of them. So just remember that always. Advice for feeling motivated or sticking to routines. I'm a very big routine person. I've had a routine my whole life. Sticking to a routine, find something that you enjoy doing and you really like. Don't force anything that you don't like because I find that when you force things and you force routines that you honestly don't vibe with, that's when you tend to fall out of them or fall out of motivation when you're forcing yourself to do something. Listen to you, listen to your body, listen to things that you want to do and do that and like go with it. That's what really helps. Just listen to you. Ooh, question, birth control. Are you on it and what's your opinion on it? I am not on birth control. I've never been on birth control. But my opinion on it, if you want to take it, go ahead. If it helps with your periods or if you're having sex often. Personally, I just don't like the thought of it being artificial hormones in my body. I don't know, I've heard so many different side effects of birth control. I mean, have you seen the TikToks of girls taking out the big thing that's like the warnings and stuff and like the side effects? I just think that that's so unnormal. Like, that's not supposed to happen to your body, at least that's for me. There's obviously different options out there like IUDs, which are, I've heard are painful, but are better options than some birth controls. Figure it out with your doctor, I feel. Like, talk to them about it. I don't take it personally. I just make sure I'm careful. I am blessed to have normal periods. My periods last about like 4 days and they're not that heavy. I have like 1 day of bad cramping, but that's really it. I just take like something to help the cramping and then it goes away. But yeah, just either figure it out with your doctor and take it, or I just don't. I make sure I'm careful. But yeah. What made you choose to move to LA? I personally just love how I feel when I'm in LA. Not for like the people or anything. Like, I know the people out there are different than people on the East Coast. Like, they're a different breed. A lot of people out there are fake. A lot of them are just so superficial, only think about followers, money, stuff like that. I like, no, I don't know what I don't want to get myself into, and I know what I want to keep myself out of. But I just, honestly, for me, I just think it's better quality life out there. There's just so many things to do, and I love being in nature. Like going on hikes all the time, I want to be able to do year round. Like being in Boston, you have what, 2 months of summer, and then the rest it's freezing outside. Like I want to be able to be outside all the time, and there's just so many different healthy options for food, and I just feel like it's just great out there. You can be on the water all the time. There's palm trees everywhere. You can be down in, like, I love Orange County, Laguna Beach area, being by the ocean. I just feel so happy out there, and I know it's not a forever thing, but just for now. Do you ever get bloated, and how do you deal with it? I do. I still get bloated sometimes, not all the time. I worked with a dietitian for a while, but something that does help is I take magnesium at night. It helps with your muscles and helps just like relaxing your body. TMI, but it just like is good for your body. My dietitian recommended it, so yeah. What brings you the most joy? What brings me the most joy? Working out, being outside, being on the ocean, being by the water, the sky, sunsets. Oh my God, being in love. I love being in love. Like, I feel like since I'm a Cancer, my zodiac sign is a Cancer, so I'm very like, I'm literally like a little ball of like love, and I care so much about people. I love having like people that I can care about, all my friends, loved ones, family members, boyfriends. Like I just love being a caregiver. Yeah. How to get over a boy that never made time / showed interest in you. Okay. Why in the world are you hung up? Which, don't get me wrong, I've been there before, but don't be hung up on a boy that, one, didn't show you time, didn't show interest in you to begin with, or even make time for you. It blows my mind. Like, these boys just get away with anything. If he didn't show you any sort of interest or put time into you, why do you need him in the first place? You gotta find someone that is going to drop anything for you and show so much interest in you, because that's what you deserve. You do not deserve a guy like that. He is not worth your time at all. Like, you need to go out there, first of all, work on yourself, be yourself's best friend, take yourself on dates, go romanticize your life, and then check back on if you still care about that guy, because he is not worth your time at all. You do not need to even think about him anymore. Like, he's dirt, he's dust. He can just like go away and go like waste someone else's time. He's not wasting your time. Oh God, that makes me so mad. Favorite perfume scents. I love YSL Black Opium, my go-to, all-time favorite. She is so good. When's the last time you were sad about a guy? Honestly, the last time I was sad about a guy was probably like last week or so. Oh my God, I was so sad, like crying sad. But the reason why I was sad was because I like didn't tell this guy how I felt. And then I was like, we need to have a serious talk, and I want you to be honest with me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And I just told him how I felt. I was completely honest, literally confessed it all, and everything was better. And I was honestly sad for no reason, because it worked out in the end. Like, it was fine. Do you like anyone currently? Yeah. I told him too, so. Wait guys, why is my camera dying? This is so sad. Wait, let's answer one more. One more. Advice on best friends and advice for loved ones, like boyfriends and stuff, to have like good friendships and good relationships. One, communication is key. Loyalty, trusting, being honest. Really just communicate, be honest, and your relationships will be good. And be open to having any sort of conversations. Always hear their side and try to work things out and in a mature manner. So I think that's gonna be done for today, because I have been talking for so long. I think we need a part 2 though. So if you guys want a part 2, let me know down below. This is literally about to die in 2 seconds. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah. And I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye guys.